Hello, and welcome to KARD News Live. I'm your host, Taylor Byron.
And I'm Emma Benson. Let's start things off with Blaine, who has a story on FCCLA and NHS.
This week for KARD News, I interviewed Claire Widener for NHS. What were the proceedings of your meeting?
At our past NHS meeting, we went and visited the Lavander Funeral Home, and Tony Lavander gave us a tour of the upstairs and downstairs. It was really cool. And then our next meeting is in March, and we have our etiquette meal.
Callie Neiman for FCCLA. What did you guys talk about in your last meeting?
We talked about STAR coming up next week and our upcoming bake sale on Thursday, along with any concession stands we're working.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Blaine.
Now we'll go to Taylor, who has a story on Choral Clinic.
Last week, on Monday, January 10th, Boone Central held their 76th annual Choral Clinic concert with a guest clinician, Jacob Ritter, conducting the event. This year, 199 students from 12 different schools participated in the concert. They performed 5 choir selections with one song featuring the Boone Central High School Band, directed by Whitney Paulson. Jill Norrie played the piano as the accompanist, and past clinic participants and directors were invited to join in the selection, Band Hymn of the Republic. They spent the day learning and practicing with Jacob Ritter, along with other directors and accompanists from other schools. Schools also broke out into small groups to perform their own pre-rehearsed pieces. At the end of the day, the students, band, and directors joined together at 5:30 to perform in front of parents and spectators.
Thanks, Taylor.
Now we'll go to Ashlyn, who has a story on speech.
The speech season began on Saturday, January 8th at the Twin River Invitational. Overall, the team placed second, with Rachel Melander placing first in extemp, second in inform, and third in persuasive. Taylor Byerman placed first in inform and third in extemp. Bella Meyer placed fourth in poetry. Michaela DeBray placed fifth in poetry. Natalie Nelson placed sixth in entertainment. Graham Kalin and Tanner Bald placed fourth in duet. Serena Henry, Tessa Hamling, Aiden Norrie, Dylan Baumgardner, and Claire Widener placed first in OID. And Madison Zuha, Brooke Brengelman, Lauren Wright, Graham Kalin, and Tanner Bald placed second in OID. On Saturday, January 15th, the speech team traveled to Pierce for their second meet. The varsity team placed second overall, with Taylor Byerman placing fifth in extemp, Bella Meyer placing first in persuasive, third in serious prose, and fourth in poetry. Catherine Coates placed sixth in humorous prose. Dylan Baumgardner placed sixth in poetry. I placed fifth in serious prose. Michaela DeBray placed fifth in poetry. Graham Kalin and Tanner Bald placed fifth in duet acting. Graham Kalin, Tanner Bald, Brooke Brengelman, Madison Zuha, and Emma Lordeman placed second in OID. And Serena Henry, Tessa Hamling, Claire Widener, Aiden Norrie, and Dylan Baumgardner placed first in OID. For JV, Natalie Nelson placed fifth in entertainment. Peyton Sullivan placed fifth in extemp. Dana Sharp placed fourth in humorous prose. And Natalie Nelson, Dana Sharp, Addison Winter, and Avery Crone placed third in OID. The speech team's next appearance will be at home for the Boone Central Invite on Saturday, January 22nd.
Thanks, Ashlyn.
Now we'll go to Madison for a story on SAD and the Betty White Ball.
As many know, beloved actress Betty White sadly passed away on December 31st. While her passing brought great sadness, her life was one to be remembered and celebrated. In efforts to celebrate her well-lived life, SAD has decided to honor her this year by naming this year's winter dance the Betty White Ball. SAD and its members are extremely excited to host this extra special dance. To reflect Betty's amazing life, advisors and members are hard at work preparing the commons with decorations. Decorations like gold streamers, tinsel, balloon, and roses. These decorations reflect Betty's time on the hit long-running television show, The Golden Girls. For dinner, hot dogs, Twizzlers, and potato chips, Betty's favorite food, will be available for all students in attendance. Students will also have the opportunity to take a picture with a photo op with the Golden Girls and Betty White cutouts. I had the opportunity to interview Mrs. Grape about the process in creating this dance, and I also got to talk to some students and gain some insight about their favorite high school dance songs.
So how long has the Betty White Ball been in the plans?
Probably for about a month, I think.
And was it always the Betty White dance?
No, it just started out as a dance. Kids just wanted to have a dance, and I got the kids together. My homeroom and the SAD advisory team were together one day for a meeting, and we were trying to figure out a theme, and Betty White had just passed away a few days before, and so Gavin Stewart, I think, is a little bit in love with Betty. And so he thought, how about a Betty White dance? And so we just kind of went with it.
Were there any challenges that you had to overcome as an advisor to get the dance approved?
I mean, finding the right date was hard, just because there are so many activities and the kids are involved in so many things that we had to find the right date on the calendar. So we limited ourselves to Saturday so that our Saturday activities didn't have a late night Friday night, and just took some doing. We had to have our playlist approved by someone. Kids will be breathalyzed before they go into the dance. Otherwise, no, kids want to have a dance, we're going to have a dance. So.
When next year rolls around, do you plan on having the Betty White Ball again, or do you just plan on having just a winter dance?
I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll see how many kids show up to the dance this weekend, and if it's good, we'll have another dance next year sometime. But I think the theme might change. Maybe it'll be a different theme every year. So, but I mean, we do have the cutout. So
yeah, it's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Kirk.
Yep.
What is your favorite song to dance to at a high school dance?
Hotel Room Service by Pitbull.
The Cupid Shuffle.
As of right now, the Golden Girls theme song in memory of Betty White.
Pony by Genuine.
Every Time We Touch by Cascada.
YMCA.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thanks, Madison. Now we'll wrap up things with fun facts with Casper.
Hello all, and welcome to a new segment called Fun Facts with Casper. I'm the non-binary named after our ghost host, Casper Brick, and this week I've decided to ramble about facts relating to the meta-horror classic in honor of the new 2022 film, Scream. These will only be facts about the first film, as it's the best one. No, I do not take constructive criticism. Did you know that around 50 gallons of blood were used in the first movie alone? Fake blood, of course. We hope. Did you know that Drew Barrymore, who plays Casey, the first victim of the film, was originally considered for the role of Sydney, the main character? However, Barrymore insisted that she play the first victim to deliberately subvert audience expectations that the big-name actress at the time would play the lead. Personally, I adore that decision and love to see it. Did you know that the final scene, the house party at character Stu's house, took 21 nights to film? The cast and crew jokingly called it the longest night in horror history. Did you know that the high school scenes were actually shot in a community center? The crew initially had a high school to film in, but were forced to stop shooting there after a few scenes. The high school was under the impression that the movie was solely a comedy. Funnily enough, under their special thanks section of the credits reads the message, "No thanks whatsoever to the Santa Rosa City District Governing Board." A completely justified move in my opinion. Who expects Wes Craven, the director of also Nightmare on Elm Street, to be directing a comedy? Did you know the original title of the movie in production was Scary Movie, and the title Scream was based on a Michael Jackson song of the same name? You might be familiar with the Scary Movie title though, as it's now the name of a very popular horror parody franchise which also parodies Scream. That's all for this week. See you next time on KARD News Live.